Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shawn Pourgol. I'm an osteopath and today I want to speak with you why you should not always listen to professionals. In some cases, I give you an example. When I'm in Naples, Florida now, I own a university here, National University of Medical Sciences, since March 2016. It is registered with the Florida Department of States, and over 10 lawyers told me that a Canadian cannot own a university in the United States. But I persisted and I found a way finally to register my university here. My goal in life is to ensure every town with a population of 100,000 people have access to manual osteopathic care, and in United States, there are more than 300 million people. There was the profession of osteopathy, even though originated from United States, did not have manual osteopathy. Osteopathy in US is the same as medicine. They do surgery, medications, and so on. Over 100,000 osteopathic physicians exist in United States, but less than 1,000 of them do hands-on treatment. So I wanted to bring the profession of manual osteopathy here because it does wonders in treating chronic pain. And we needed a school here. So against the advice of the lawyers, I finally persisted and worked toward getting a school registered here. Now we even have over 14 clinics here. I own Osteopathic Chronic Pain Clinics of Canada, which I founded on September 2017. From one clinic in Toronto, and we now have 333 clinics in 30 countries. This week we opened two of them in South Africa, and we have in United States, in different states, New York, Tennessee, Utah, California, Washington, and so on. So if I would have listened to these lawyers, I would not have now owned a university in Florida. In regards to the accountants, their main job is basically to consider money and how it affects you financially. So they do not look at all aspects of a situation. For example, when you graduate, you have to decide you want to open your business. As if you're not employee, if you don't work for others and you want to have your own business, you have to decide if you want to go to sole proprietorship or register a business corporation. Most accountants and others recommend to manual osteopaths and health practitioners to register as a sole proprietorship. Yes, it is cheaper in Canada. It takes about $80 to register as a sole business. When you're doing your taxes, it's easier. Accountants charge you less to do your annual income tax. But I don't recommend that. My students know that they should register as a business corporation, and I think it is unwise for anybody to register, no matter how much the business makes, as a sole proprietorship. It's not a good business decision. I still get, even though I teach to my students, I still get some students who, instead of doing online registration, which is cheaper, takes about $400, $400 to $500 in Canada, $500, $375 for the cost of incorporating provincially, and about $100 for the cost of online registration. But they go through accountants, and they tell me, Dr. Pourgol, my accountant said you don't need to do business corporation. You can register as a sole proprietorship. It's cheaper and better for you. And you can always, of course, do whatever you wish, but it is not a wise decision. And even though they're accountant, they might not have the whole picture. And I explain to you why not. registering as a business corporation, incorporating your company is one of the best things you can do to protect yourself. As I mentioned earlier, I want to expand osteopathy everywhere, and I understood that long time ago that to expand that I have to ensure my students are successful financially, and that is why I teach them everything I know about business. I teach them over 200 business lectures about how to create wealth. That is why while average manual osteopaths from other schools in Canada make $90,000 on average per year, my student make over $150,000. And this is one reason. Once they become successful, more people get attracted to study osteopathy, and the profession expands worldwide. And that's how we did it, and that's why we now in less than 10 years that we founded our first school in June 2010 in Canada, National Academy of Osteopathy Canada, to later on in 2012 when we set up National University of Medical Sciences in Madrid, Spain, and 2016 here in Naples. We now the largest provider of manual osteopathic education in the world, with alumni in 72 countries, because they know my students how to make money, how to protect their money. And this tip is one of the best ways to protect your money. I guarantee that. It's one of the fundamental ways to protect your assets. You work hard for your money. You have to protect it. Accountants, they just look at how much it costs to register and what tax benefits you get, and if it has any effect on your tax at the level of income that you have. But I look above that. That's just one aspect. The best insurance you can buy to protect yourself is to spend this $500 to incorporate your business to protect yourself. I saved millions of dollars by protecting my business. I give you an example. I made a clinic long time ago, and I leased a big space. For 10 years I leased it, and the lease in 10 years was worth over $1 million. After a year, the clinic didn't work, the laws changed, and I had to close that clinic. And I made the lease in my clinic's name. Never, ever, ever make the clinic, your clinic in your own name. That's the big no-no. Never do that. Always register it in your corporation, in your company name. That is one reason sole proprietorship is not good. If I would have registered my company as sole proprietorship, now I would have lost over $1 million. So I leased the space. I leased the space in my company's name, and I even don't remember what was the clinic's name. But after a year, I closed. The landlord said, "I will sue you," and so on. And I told him, "Listen, the clinic is closed. It's not operating. It has no asset. There is no money in the bank account. And if you take a lawyer, you're going to spend $20,000 for a lawyer. At the end, you can't get anything because the lease is in the company's name." He understood, and that was the end of it. I was saved over $1 million that otherwise I could have been sued. This is just one reason. There are many, many other ways. Incorporating your company is one of the best ways to protect your assets. You work hard for your money. You worked hard treating people. You did 8 hours of work. You generated this income. You have to protect it. That is why I teach so many lectures on asset protection. I always tell my students, a fool and his money are soon parted. An old saying says about this. If you do, no matter how good you are at making money, If you don't protect your money, the money will be gone. One aspect of your business at all times should be to protect money. This is how the rich will do. You cannot just make the money without thinking about how to protect it. This $500 or $400, because even if you do sole proprietorship, it costs $80, so you save $420, but this $420 may come back to bite you. Additionally, if you make good money in Canada, if you make over $60,000 a year, whatever you make above $60,000, you pay 53% tax on it if you register as sole proprietorship. But if you register as an incorporation, the tax rate is about 26%. So you pay less tax. But some people say, yes, but you can't take this money. If you take this money as a salary, then you have to pay tax. It's true, but you don't need more than whatever a certain amount for your living expenses. You can leave the rest in that company, which I do not recommend. My students know that they should not leave the money in the business account. You always have to have different bank accounts. One, a holding company where you keep the money that your active business makes, always have to be transferred to the holding company. But these are for other lectures, for other time. Maybe if I get a chance, I do that. But you should never ever keep all your money in your operating account. If something happens in your business and the business gets sued, that money, if they win the lawsuit, that money can go. Never ever leave it. You have to leave enough for the operating cost, but all the profit, move it to a holding account. But that's a different topic. But in any case, you can always play 26% tax rate is a lot better than 53% tax rate. So please do not register as a sole proprietorship. It's not a good idea. That do not think small. The poor, the people who don't have the rich mentality, they look at the expenses. They try to cut the expenses. They try to save money, and they save pennies, but they lose dollar. You never see a rich, wealthy person to own his or her business as sole proprietorship. Nobody does that. I have not met even one wealthy person who does that. Not even one. Nobody. You know, that is crazy in the for the wealthy, and we get shocked by people who try to save money by doing sole proprietorship. That's the way to pay more tax. Sole proprietorship, it might look like it's a less expensive way to start your business, but it's actually a dangerous way to start your business. You leave yourself liable to any lawsuits personally. If something happens wrong with your business, you are liable personally. If any bad things happen, you are liable personally. A business is not just meant to make money for you. It is also meant a smart person have to protect his money. So you have to think about that. It is the best insurance policy you can buy. The $420 saving that you spend more on incorporating your business is the best money that you can spend for as an insurance to protect your assets. All wealthy incorporate their business. No rich person owns a sole proprietorship. Only the poor work as a sole proprietorship. If you're thinking about registering your business as a sole proprietorship. Do not do it. Please do not do it. Take it from me. You will be sorry that you've done it. You will be sorry. First of all, if you are one of my students, or if you are a student of any other school, you know that any business has many ups and downs. You have to find a way to ensure a balance, making money, protecting your assets. Doesn't matter. I give these lectures for everybody. My students already get detailed information about such subjects. I really feel bad that other schools do not teach these lectures. This is so sad. We are the only school in the world who teach this kind of business lectures. I have chiropractors, physiotherapists, osteopaths, a lot of people who register in our programs. One of the reasons is mainly for this, my business lectures. Other schools do not teach because a lot of their teachers are clinicians who practice, and they don't want to teach business related subjects because they don't want to make competition for themselves. They don't want to show every little tip that they know about becoming successful because they are afraid of competition. We don't do that. I even registered my school as a non-profit school because I don't even take $1 from it. I don't look at my students as my competition. I understand if they become successful, I become successful, the profession benefits, osteopathy gets expanded everywhere. It is so sad that health practitioners come out, practice, and they don't know anything about business. Before I became a manual osteopath, I was a chiropractor. I came out, nobody teach me about business. First year, I paid over 53% of my income to taxes. I was shocked. Nobody taught things like that in business. This is so sad. The word money and wealth is taboo in the health profession. They think if you become a good health practitioner and you want to make money, it means you're going to be a charlatan, you're going to be a fraudster, you be a bad person, you abuse patients, you take their money, and you offer bad health care. This is not true. This is simply not true. Look, my students are the most successful manual osteopaths in Canada. In 10 years, yet we did not have even one case of malpractice against them. No insurance fraud, no proper billing, not even one case of sexual abuse or any type of abuse, any type of malpractice. There were cases like that, but all done by graduates of other schools, other osteopathy schools who did not teach business lectures. This means all graduates are making money, they're successful, they're becoming wealthy, yet they're providing good services. Look at my clinic. In 3 years from one clinic, is now we have 333 clinics in 30 countries. You think if my graduates, all of our manual osteopaths that work for osteopathic chronic pain clinics of Canada, they're all my students. We don't hire no other manual osteopaths, just my students. And yet we grow so fast, we became the largest pain clinic, chronic pain clinic in the world. If they were doing bad treatment, you think we grow so much? The reason we grow so much is because they're good at their job and they're treating patients really good. And yet they are successful. Many of them are fully booked, and still they grow because they're providing good services to patients. This idea that the ones who love money and who want to be wealthy are bad people and they just work for money is wrong. I love money, but I love osteopathy as well. I love people, I help my students, I love what I do, but I also love to be wealthy. I was homeless 34 years ago when I came to Canada as a refugee. I slept in shelters, I washed dishes. My first job was washing dishes in a restaurant in Toronto downtown for $3.75. Now I'm a multi-millionaire. Prime Minister of Canada invites me for breakfast. He always updates me about what's occurring in Canada. I just received an email from him last week, updating me about his wife Sophie, who is unfortunately got the coronavirus infection, and I'm telling you, you can be a good person, you can be wealthy. Most of my friends, almost all of them, are wealthier than I am, and they are very nice people. They're amazing people. They help charities. I help more than 40 people back home. I constantly give 10% of my income to charities. You can be a good person, you can be a wealthy person. It's not this, or not two opposite part of the life. It is not. Okay, so that's the myth, that health practitioners should not think about money. Health practitioners should not aim to be successful, to be good at what they do, and do not enjoy beauty of this life. Look at this beautiful area. I'm grateful to God. Thank you, God. Thank you to provide me all this beauty. I enjoy beautiful Naples. I see all this beauty, and look at that. Look at this beautiful house. I love this beauty. Everywhere is beauty, and God created all this for us to enjoy. He provided us with abundance life. You just have to come and take your share. That's what you have to do. You can, and nothing wrong with that. All major religions ask you to aim to become wealthy, because through wealth you can help others, you can give more money to charities, and others benefit. You pay more tax, your country benefits, you buy more things, your country men and women benefit, your family benefits, you yourself benefit, everybody benefits. There is no bad things about being wealthy. I totally do not believe that they say money is the root of all evil. I believe lack of money is the root of all evil. Anyway, that's about it for today. I hope wherever you are, you enjoy this beautiful, wonderful day. Have fun. It's just beautiful. It's just... Can you hear the birds? Isn't this a beautiful life? And the wind is blowing. No, the leaves moving. They're singing for me. My God. All this beauty, every corner you see the love that God has for us to give us all this beauty. Enjoy the rest of the day. I love you all. Thank you for watching this video. I pray for you to have a happy, healthy, wealthy day, and God bless. Bye now. Namaste.